That's perfect.
Hi guys, this is Shelby Turner here. I'm the assistant director for Roy. I just wanted to give you a little context into this video here. This is from our Tech Scout a few weeks ago. Basically, it's just a technical practice so the creatives can get in there and really figure out where the cameras are going to go, what shots they're going to get. Basically, just getting in the space before we actually get in with all the equipment. Look out for more content. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Please share, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks.
Chemical warehouses, stuff like that. They have the plastic top.
It's like sheeting.
Yeah, plastic sheets. And there's slits, and you come through or whatever. Something like that. So it can knock down our light just a touch, and then also diffuse the light slightly, and then hide what is actually out there. Like it won't give you the information.
What if we just put like a big piece of silk, like literally just across this entire piece here, and then just blast the light through it?
I think the detail though, it's like we look really studio all of a sudden, you know? I don't mind it if that's the look you're cool with. We'll do it because it's easier for me. Like I can work around that a lot easier.
So what was your idea? Just like industrial like things
plastic
hanging?
sheets.
So you'll see like.
Or would you see the sheeting?
Oh, I had a reference in the. I put the reference in our drive for exactly what I was talking about. Okay.
So are you saying we're gonna see that stuff?
It'll make sense. It'll be in context. So you will see it, and it's like she's like with the wind going like that, and then she's like kind of creepily comes in, that we can play with that. Whereas when it's just like this, it's kind of like it'll be a lot of trying to silhouette her.
Right.
Which would be like fine, totally, but it's just very minimal. Like compared to our set, which is elaborate and there's a lot going on. This shot is the one that worries me the most because it seems like very studio. This is very natural. This is very like created. The world is built, and this is very like are they on a soundstage? Like why does that look like that? Especially if we're just blowing out the background white with the silk. I'm sorry, I'm mixing you guys up. So like if there's a silk back there, which was like my crutch, like I can always throw silk.
I mean, sure. Because the thing is, I feel like with the plastic sheeting, it adds another level, and it might not be as effective story-wise.
Okay.
Because it might be like, why is there a door and then plastic sheeting, and then she has to step kind of around both
We
of
could
them.
get away from plastic sheeting.
Right.
Anything. You know the stuff the snipers use? That
Stuff we were planning on.
Something. Whatever. I mean, that's a conversation you can have with Lexi and be like, hey, this is the world I'm building. What would make sense to be over the door?
Right. Because then when we're getting this shot, are we not hearing any of this? Or like when she opens this, are we gonna hear?
So the door's going to be partially open. I'm thinking the door's going to be kind of mostly open. Like it's going to be like,
I think he's gonna have
probably around here, and then maybe all she really does is maybe like step in and maybe like bump it slightly. Like it's not like a hello. It's like he's in here and she sees him and she knows he's here.
And does he notice the door just opened?
Yeah, I would think he'd leave it in there just for like a trap.
Oh, shot I wanted to show you really quick.
Yeah.
Could you stand in for Roy really quick? Yeah. So I was thinking this. You come here, you're already gonna do this. Me. You are our, what are we calling her? She's the girl. Just the girl. You're the girl. She's woman. You are. This is my idea. You get that? JJ woman. Alright. So check this out.
I'm used to this.
I was thinking, we're gonna cheat it a little bit. Roy's gonna be there.
Okay.
I feel like, is that where he's gonna be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come here. Alright.
Yeah.
Look down. Here. Alright. Start looking up. We're over here. We cross the line.
Ooh, I like that for sure. Interesting thing is, so when she goes then to the chair, Roy gets up from around his desk, and he basically uses the desk as like a full room. Like he's using that to like keep space between them.
But our line is good on this side.
Yeah.
Our line of action will be. Alright, so
Well,
where exactly will he be? Maybe put him exactly where you're thinking.
So yeah, he just said like right about here, probably best where he's gonna be. He's gonna be the desk here, chair's gonna be here, fireplace is gonna be here.
Oh, I need to make it quick.
Okay, that sounds good. I am. So if I'm Roy, the interaction, she steps in. So her whole gun thing is right here, right here in the doorway.
Yep.
And then she's like, all right, fix me everything. He's like, I'm Roy, blah, blah, blah. Then she steps forward, like actively, like, okay, like make this happen.
Got it.
And he kind of gets up and is like backing around the table as she steps towards the chair. And he kind of like, all right, sit down, just sit down, I'm gonna take care of this. She sits down in the chair. And then the interaction is actually here to here, because he keeps stepping back into the garage to get stuff.
Great, I think it works, because my idea was to say on.
Because yeah, if we're on this side, that totally works, because then our line is just,
Relative to this key though, I want to stay on our short side, so we're not the dramatic side, so on the shot. So if we're on this, if this is our line of action.
the chair. And at this point, she's starting to shut down already, and he's still got some distance between them. And he's still kind of playing it out like, okay.
Is it right or left hand? Are we shooting right or left?
I think she's right. Right makes the most sense because when then she's over here, and that way we can always shoot this direction for when the arm drops and when he's working on her and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
So right-handed.
so continue, I have a question here a little bit.
Yeah. And then yeah, we here.
Can we actually close that?
Yeah.
That's what all speed happening.
And there's this kind of interaction as she starts to shut down, and then he steps forward, and the rest of the interaction is real close, right here, and him stepping back to grab stuff. Gun thing going on. Okay.
What's your concern with?
yeah,
You
what
can
would
say
you-
that there's lighting concern.
So staging is
Is it
here.
directionally, like, I feel like we can rake. When I was seeing it, I was almost seeing more of a
like straight on.
perpendicular light, and we were working off of this very kind of dramatic setup.
Well, by the time that we get, I mean, if we
'Cause I
think we're building out the furnace in here.
Right.
Chair, I mean, chair's gonna take up probably from here to at least
Like there.
here is where the leg will end up.
Because I was imagining just to kind of help us with the depth side of things, it'd be really interesting to keep it at an angle. I mean, we could move things slightly. So for instance, the door, because actually, so the very, very first idea I had was actually that the door would be like here, and she steps in this way. And then she's like, oh, hello. He's kind of like parallel. But
That's pretty, I mean, we're lightening everything up back there. Are you cool with that?
I mean, not like a lot. Like, I'd like it to be less, but I think as of right now, what I like the most is this, but if you have other, I don't know,
The
concerns.
darker we get it back there, the more the set deck lighting is gonna pop.
Right.
The stuff we build on the set. The more light you spill back there,
It's like something more like
you're
this
gonna
is better.
expose, we're gonna, yeah, and then also, here's the thing. Is our motivated light sunlight? Like, is it the sun, or is it just soft light
It's
hitting
soft
the snow?
light, it's soft light hitting the snow.
Got it, so a directional hard light would look,
Would look weird.
right,
Exactly. And I mean, I like the nice, soft kind of shadows coming in, as long as we can get,
Well, it's supposed to be
Enough.
nighttime anyway.
well, no, so it's daytime. Okay.
So are we
So
shooting
stronger.
day or night then? Or is our seeing a night scene?
We talked about making it day.
Yeah, when I don't mean,
Yeah.
but so it is.
So that, yeah.
Okay.
So are we not gonna need to block the, my only concern is if we're shooting long hours and then this goes away.
I mean, we might probably have to block these, or,
This is the plan, I guess, to block these off and just use.
because, so one thing we're talking about is like snooting a bunch of like smaller lights and putting them up in these rafters. So
Inside.
when we have netting and everything covering this, we can put lights up there. And
So then the
basically get
windows
pin-
wouldn't be
like,
something we're
yeah.
relying on. It would
Then we
be-
can get pin light.
What we should do, since we are shooting in the day, we're working against the sun now.
Mhm.
So we definitely, I wanted to use daylight if we had daylight, but the thing is now, like,
That's gonna change.
it's going to change a lot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just use,
So just,
So we're gonna black them out, because we can't have the light changing.
right.
So we're just gonna black them out, and we're gonna, unfortunately, we have to emulate what those are doing,
Right.
almost as if we were shooting at night.
Okay.
Which isn't like a bad
I mean, we
thing.
got a lot of time to light, and depending on where Gaffer is, equipment-wise, we can make that happen. And which would be great too, because then we just have consistency and we're not battling
I would prefer it as long as it looks for what you guys are going for.
Right. Can we get like, I keep referencing that scene at Logan where they, Professor Xavier's in the water tank.
Yeah, dude, I love that scene.
There's like
those little
the holes.
pins. The pins would
How
be
can
so
we
cool.
pull that off in this setting? Like, not like we can technically
Right.
know what we can do, but how can we make that make sense in here? Like, can we get?
It's gonna be like military netting, where it has those like little slits in there, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like the netting where you're crawling up kind of netting, it's the ones that like they're
The weaves one.
the ones that just have the slits that are cut into
Yeah, it's
them.
like a little.
It could be a variety too, where we could make it so
I mean,
there's big slits and
Yeah,
there's small
and I'm
ones.
thinking putting wood across here too, so we might even get like shafts. Might even put like little slits across here.
Basically, we'll want to make it look like this was filled with shit, and then that's just
Yeah.
what's there.
Absolutely. I mean, it sounds like you guys have talked through that already.
We've talked with Lexi about doing that. It's just a matter of what we want, what helps design-wise for lighting.
Yeah, and
It's
we'll
gonna-
know we will need to do like a lumber run to get.
No, we'll have to get long beams and make sure they're secure enough without having to like.
And what our lighting, are we gonna let our gaffer kind of dig stuff?
We'll figure something
Right.
out.
That's a budget thing.
Right.
It might just be
Peter said it,
enough
or the fire
to
extinguisher.
blast light on the nets.
Well,
if
funny
he's
is,
worried
funny
about
thing is,
it.
like, this just think we're facing the old town at all.
Oh,
So if we
okay.
did that, like in the
Oh,
back corners,
they, like,
we got some
firewalls
stuff,
here.
maybe some stuff here. So you're saying you want to use this maybe as
I'm gonna close this really quick. I like this.
Yeah.
And we can split that. That can actually be our barn door style.
Say that again. You want to say that again, Jesse?
Oh.
One and done.
Would that kill the storm? This is.
No, just for lighting right now. We can still have that in the scene.
Right.
Whatever.
For that moment.
This guy, who's blowing me up like that?
It's your girlfriend's.
This guy, we can angle that light down, right?
Yeah.
And just like, see how you are kind of right now from this little bounce off of there? Too bad it's not coming in here.
You're gonna see you where you are.
Right. See, kind of emulate this sort of lighting, but you can actually see
The shafts and
the
stuff like
shaft,
that.
because we'll haze it.
Yeah.
But then that would be kind of our, we can either just make a nice top out of it, or we can use it as a key. On the day, actually not on the day, when we do our lighting, on, what date was that, the second?
Pre-light will probably be the fourth, because we're gonna move in for 2 days at least, and then.
We have 2 days for pre-light, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
we- yeah.
We have so much time for
It's
lighting
gonna be
design.
awesome. Because here's the thing, I like to experiment with some different things because when she wakes up from the chair, she wakes up like right here, and for the shot of the chandelier, I was thinking literally like this angle right here, and the sun's just blasting through it. You know, like we're getting like a nice cross angle across the chandelier,
Honestly,
just for that shot.
shot's great. I don't think anyone's gonna question like why is that.
Right.
Like the sun could have been there the whole time. These lights are just hitting the snow. Like,
Exactly. So I'm just making sure that everything still works story-wise directionally.
Right. I don't think that messes. If we get like a little tweeter up there or like
Yeah.
whatever, we can shine right. Oof, that'd be really.
Exactly. I remember like thinking that. I was like sitting over here and I woke up. Holy shit. Yeah. Imagine if that's the first thing you saw when you came back to life.
That would be pretty tough. Jesus.
Joe, you're planning on using it to have the practicals in here, right?
No.
Wait,
What?
so chandelier's not on?
No,
The does the chandelier turn on?
yeah.
Are we on a dimmer?
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking the chandelier would turn on. But that's fine.
Yeah, everything's on dimmer. Yeah.
Somebody pay this guy? Wow. Wow. That's dope.
Yeah, everything on here's on there.
So, dimsy do, and if we put, I think that's a great shot.
Yeah,
I think they have to be on. Like we don't need any intensity of them. We just need to see that. Because if it's off, actually that's kind of moody. If it's off, it's
See, I kind of like it movie because it's almost like it adds to the sense that this place hasn't been used in forever. Like, always just kind of
Right.
chilling here.
narratively, it makes a lot more sense. I'm
Yeah.
just precious about the idea because I'm like, oh, they match the setting like the bulbs do. But
I mean,
who am I?
I mean, we can start marking.
He's my man. He knows how to make terminology.
I didn't say that.
What am I missing?
Alright, cool, just
Let's see this right here already. That's kind of what I like from there. And then once we have the haze, so we can actually get the volumetric light. And then also, now that we know where our sun is, kind of, in relation to our scene, we can definitely put those little Logan
Yeah, those little track pieces over here. So where would we, if we were gonna do that, we're gonna put like the metal poles in, would we put it this style? Because I'm thinking like the chandelier obviously hangs right here in the middle, so we probably put like some netting and some boxes or whatever, maybe beams going the other way, so it's almost like the chandelier just pokes out the bottom. Would we put that metal over here with the holes in it?
Definitely could put it over there.
Do you want it like sporadic through there, like there's a mixture? Because we'll probably do wood, the metal, like the sheeting, and then
Let
the
me.
big military tarps, just a bunch of mixture. Maybe look like there's some other boxes and stuff in there. where you
I could
can-
defer to you guys about it specifically, how you imagine it going. But right now I'm gonna pull up some frames and just see kind of how, let me just pull that up and then see like,
Right.
if you guys aren't already visualizing where and why that type of thing would be there, I'll just pull up a frame and see where we can put it in relationship to our photography.
I mean, because
Like,
there's really only, it'll have the broken diopter and everything on it.
yeah,
so it's-
so that's her
That's
POV.
her POV, is the broken diopter. Oh, damn. So that would just be like all of this, and it's all hand held as she looks up.
So,
I'm a
The ball.
see a little foreground. Where's the camera? Right there. Let's see if we can do this.
Cause yeah, oh man, you're gonna catch so much pretty light coming around the edges and stuff. It's beautiful.
You're good, it's not gonna stop.
On my face. This is like kind of like they getting all that
Yeah, you'll get all
glass,
of
but
that.
it'll be all around.